I'm politicking with the homie poet, PoPolitickin. Self-help meets hip-hop. That's fucking beautiful. What up, Po? What up, DJ Period? Just two black brothers. I see y'all out there doing what y'all do, preserving the hip-hop culture and introducing the future stars. Keep shining, kings. Real and recognize real. Love is love. Salute. Yeah.
PoPolitickin.com.
This is Regi Angelou, and I'm kicking it with Po on PoPolitickin.
Allow me to reintroduce artists who speak about the truth, dropping knowledge for the youth. Hello, I'm here to reclaim my juice. I want it now cause it's overdue. Snap on these actors who sold out the culture. I need reparations from you and all you motherfuckers. How much you made off our blood you been sucking? If you ain't bout it, then don't interrupt us. We breaking the structure. Your homie eating big brother. Mad cause we don't away. We feel some type of way. Plus we got time today. Black berets, feeling like fuck a community. If you don't own it, challenge who really control it. Landed it free, but they still won't admit that it's stolen. Niggas stay focused.
We gon' fuck shit up till it ain't no more. Cause it's been too long on this status quo. The revolution's televised. It's televised. The revolution's televised.
Smell like a free nigga, don't it? Ain't no head starts, we gon' start over throwing. We popping out with them skills we been honing. My people prudent about our self-improvement. All these black bodies embody the movement. This for the culture and we speak it fluent. Black folk producing that life you consuming. Give us the loot for the shit we influence. So we just gon' have to take action. Now we got traction. We taking off on you hoes like we back then. Videos tweeting and gramming and faxing. No, it ain't nice, but you lucky we axing. This ain't a drill, the world behind us. While we breaking these ties that bind us, I suggest that you take off them blinders and you bump this shit as a reminder.
We gon' fuck shit up till it ain't no more.
I ain't done with that yet. Challenge the system that ate in the bet. These incompetent races with mentals unchecked. If you weak, of course you perceiving the threat. Sorry, I mean this with all due respect, but get your motherfucking knee off my neck.
We gon' fuck shit up till it ain't no more. Cause it's been too long on this status quo. The revolution's televised. It's televised. The revolution's televised. You can cry your tears at the minstrel show. You and all your peers about to be exposed. The revolution's televised. It's televised. The revolution's televised. Now we the people energized. Unity is recognized. Pushing back is ill-advised. Your position's compromised. Front line hold tight. Shouldn't come as no surprise. See it with your own eyes. The revolution's televised.
Keep on applying the pressure. We expect more than political gestures. Don't push my niggas, we bringin' the message. Something about all this oppression make me get aggressive. And I be like, oh, that's how I move. I'm from the city where niggas is mad, rude. Plus you got me in a bad mood. Hoarding my freedom like prize jewels. This art, I ain't in the streets. You should be happy I write the heat. Your favorite rapper want Regi on the beat. Study the grace and put my shit on repeat heavy. If this the rapture, you should get ready. Pray for your savior cause I flow deadly. My soul is colder than a broke levee. We could just leave that hatchet unburied.
We gon' fuck shit up till it ain't no more. Cause it's been too long on this status quo. The revolution's televised. It's televised. The revolution's televised. The revolution's televised. It's televised. The revolution's televised.
Welcome back to PoPolitickin.com, your home for self-help meets hip-hop. Make sure you go on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, type in PoPolitickin, listen to some of our interviews since 2008. 1-2-1-2, place to be with Regi Angelou. How you doing?
I'm chilling. Thank you for having me. 2008, you said?
Yeah, I've been in the game.
You've been going hard.
Trying to.
Wow. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, no doubt. So are you related to Regi Angelou, or is that just a nod?
It's a nod. I get that question a lot, and people even say that I look like her. Thank you to anyone who thinks that. But no, it's just a reference to her storytelling ability, to her piece, and to her artistry. To a Black woman doing mad fly shit. She was mad free, and I appreciated that element about her in totality. So yeah, Angelou after Maya as a nod to her greatness.
Okay, and then what's your hometown? Where you from?
I'm from Queens. I'm from Far Rockaway, Queens, New York.
Okay.
But I lived in San Diego for a couple of years.
Oh, what years
I
you was
lived
out
there.
here?
Say it again.
What years?
From 2016 to 2018.
Okay, you just moved.
Yeah, I've only been back in New York for 2 years. But I was there at I don't know if you heard of this network called, we spoke earlier about me being an administrator, about me being an educator. There's an amazing network out there called High Tech High. I don't know if you've heard of it. Yeah, I was at High Tech High because I'm a researcher. I feel like me and anything I do, I'm a student first. With my artistry, with my music, I'm a student, and I'm always learning things from people, from just anywhere that I can consume. But High Tech High was a place that I went to study education, and they do some crazy things there. I mean, in California in general, y'all always at the top of some new thoughts, and I appreciate California for that. San Diego especially, it was a nice place to be for a couple of years.
Dope. So how did you get involved with music?
It was a choice, like I said about studenthood. So I had come to New York. I'm a writer, and I'm a grant writer. So I had written a grant to try to open this charter school. I wrote a charter school model, a creation of what I thought a charter school, a school for Black students in New York City should look like, and how opportunities can be created for them. And in order to, thank you, and in order to get that off the ground, for me to finance getting a team together, for me to finance people, lawyers, for people to look over documents, I wrote grants in order to make that happen. And those grants funded my full-time work for a year or so, the amount of time that it took. So we got to this point where we knew that the charter school was not going to get open, where there was no more applications open, where the application period was closed, and we were not going to get the charter school open. So here I am with all this time. I had been working so hard full time on opening the charter school, and it wasn't going to happen. And I have about 6 months remaining of funding for me to get my head together, because it was a really hard process. I was like so scattered, for me to figure out what I want to do with my time. It was kind of like my summer break. And what I wanted to do with my summer break was read, write. I started doing some poetry, taking some dance classes. And the thing that I appreciated the most was performance. And it started as performance with poetry. I did some poetry slams. I really enjoyed that. I like the energy that I get. Poetry is different from rapping though, but I did poetry slams, and I really like the energy that I got from the crowd. I like the process of writing and expressing what I was writing. So that evolved into rapping, and rapping stuck. It stuck with me, and it stuck with my audience. So rapping it is.
How long has that been?
Like a year.
Hey,
A little over a year. Yep. I'm new to it.
Yeah, you sound seasoned. I didn't think you sound seasoned. Yeah, you don't sound new. That's tight.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I mean, I guess I'm not new to writing, and I'm not new to being on stage in some way, but rapping is definitely new for me.
So what you mean? I'm on your Instagram right now. What you mean when you say like Lauren, Latifah, and Maya?
Feelings that are evoked.
Mm-hmm.
I want to make you feel like Lauren made you feel. I want to make you feel like Latifah made you feel, like Maya made you feel. They're just powerful women that are, I mean, I keep coming back to this word, but freedom is so important, to not be moved by expectations of you, to not be moved by false requirements or, something like that. So they're free. They make me feel free when I engage with their art, and that's how I want to feel, and that's how I want others to feel.
So what do you love about music?
It's dynamism. I love music's reflection of
Is what? You got educate me. What is it? Is what? I never heard that word before.
dynamism, meaning when something is dynamic, it has so many sides. It can go in so many directions.
Use that.
So what I appreciate about music is its dynamism, its ability to be so different.
Write that down. I ain't know.
Say no, quote your source now. Let them know where you got it.
Politicking with the stylism. Ooh. I got it now. Shit.
Funny. Yeah, but it's I think music is so dynamic. Like you go all around the world and music is different. And I've traveled in a lot of places and music was so different in so many places. And it's just interesting to think of what people appreciate in different places. Like in the Netherlands, they love New Jack Swing. It's amazing. It's amazing to me. So I appreciate how different messages, any different message can come across in music. And I think that's pretty much where I am. However I'm feeling, that's what comes out in my music. I'm not really, I don't really know, like I said, I'm an educator. I'm not really in music to do what's cool. I'm just doing what I feel, and I appreciate that I can do that.
So you've been to, what other countries you've been to?
Ghana, Togo, Benin, France, the UAE, England. That's what, as an educator, I was a teacher for most of my career. We got the summer off and we still got paychecks with the summer off. So that was I hop a flight by myself all the time. Hawaii. I know that's in the US, but it was an amazing place, a beautiful place to see. Iceland.
What you like the most?
So places that I could see myself being, like living long term. It's mad vanilla and it's so basic, but London. I could see myself living in London.
It seems like they wild in London though, because they don't even shoot out there. They stab.
They stab you, yeah.
Shit, they doing duels out there and shit.
I had a conversation with somebody.
Yeah.
They were like, you have to be especially about it to stab somebody, like to feel. It's very different than shooting somebody. You got to be about it to feel what it's like for a sharp object to enter a muscle. That's different. And I agree with them. I was like, yes, you niggas is about it out here in London.
I would say too, I guess, I don't know, it's kind of a myth going on. I want you to talk about it because it's kind of like, I know a lot of Black people, they don't like going places by themselves because they feel like it's not safe. But you said you take place by yourself.
I could have been kidnapped many times. God, she was just watching over me because I've done a lot of risky. I've been to Spain. I went to Ibiza, and Ibiza is a mad town. There's a lot of drugs. There's probably a lot of human trafficking there also. That's the scary part when I was like, I could have been kidnapped because I got an Airbnb. I travel cheap. I got an Airbnb. And in my Airbnb, I couldn't check in until like 11 or something, but my flight got in like 3:00 in the morning. So at 3:00 in the morning, here I am in Ibiza. And I was like, well, I mean, I'm in Ibiza, I might as well party. And I went to this hookah lounge, and the hookah lounge closed at like 5 a.m. And I was like, wow, I didn't think that it was going to close. I thought everything was all night here. I'm waiting until I can get into my Airbnb in the morning. And the owner was like, oh yeah, well, we closed, but you could just kick it here. We chilling, so you could just kick it. We're going to be here for a while. And I was like, all right, I'll just kick it with y'all then. So here I am in this hookah lounge that closed. The doors is locked now. It's a bunch of various people that speak in languages I don't understand. They wasn't even speaking Spanish. I could have ear hustled a little bit and figured some things out. They were speaking Arabic, and I was like, I could very well get kidnapped in this moment. But they was cool. I smoked with them, chilled with them, like peaced out when I was like, all right, thanks guys. And like, I did not get kidnapped. So hallelujah. Hallelujah.
No tips really, you just gotta risk it and go.
Ain't that life?
No, I'll be like, I don't know about that. I don't know. I had to know somebody out there. One little connect out there.
I would be limited if I did that. I mean, I'm the only person that I know that has gone places. Like my family hasn't had much access and resources. I got to be a pioneer of this. I got to take risks. I got to do it so that my niece one day can say, oh, I got an aunt that knows somebody out here. Otherwise those opportunities won't exist. Somebody got to start.
All right. So describe your creative process when you're making music.
Oh, it takes me forever. It takes me forever to write, honestly. It's like writing a song is like writing an essay for me. And I'm not a person that just like bullshits an essay and just turns something in. It's like I have to check my references. I'm using a thesaurus. I'm reading articles that other people have written about a topic. I'm reading comments. I want to know what the culture thinks about this. Like it's a research process for me. I would say I'm starting with research, and then I am putting together a skeleton, an outline of my ideas, and I'm coming back to it every couple of days and seeing how I feel about it, adding in a line here, taking a line from something that I got in my voice notes from a couple months ago, and piecing things together, and then finally coming back and smoothing it all out in a process that's a little bit more academic and streamlined. But it's messy. My mind is a little messy when I'm creating, so it's not the easiest thing for me to do.
So what are you working on right now?
I'm working on drill music right now.
Drill music?
Yeah, I'm working on drill music. Drill music. Right. I'm working on drill music.
Right drill music like Chicago, Lil Durk.
Yeah, like Chicago, UK, that the drill sound, yeah. Because I'm not really married to a style. It's not, like I said, I didn't come into hip hop, and I didn't come into rap with an idea that it had to be like this certain way of this certain thing that I know, and this is what I'm, this is from here. It's more like I'm just flexing my muscles, like seeing what I can do. Like I can be a rapper if I want to. So let me see all I can do. Yeah, I'm gonna do boom bap. Okay, I'm gonna see. Let me see how I feel about trap. Let me study some trap. Let me study some drill and see how I feel about it. Let me try that. Let me have fun with it. I'm not married to a style. I'm just, flexing my abilities, seeing how much I can do.
So what is hip hop to you?
The culture, a reflection of the culture. It's storytelling, and it'll always be my story that I'm telling. Like with my drill music, I'm still telling my story. I don't think I could ever talk about hustling niggas and being in the strip club, because I don't do that. Like I would be lying. I'm gonna turn up to that music because I love it. I love City Girls. I love Meg. Like I really do, but I just don't have the same content. So it's storytelling for me, saying what I gotta say.
Well, what's your story?
My story is hood feminism.
Hood feminism? What is that?
Hood feminism. I mean, it's feminism for
the hood.
And it's feminism for the hood. It's feminism for the hood. Yeah, you're right. It's stories that are untold, because the story about bad bitches is told often. That's a story that's very common. The hood has a lot of untold stories from Black women, from just how we navigate the world, experiencing the trends that are sold to us, navigating relationships with adults when you're growing up, understanding the necessity of your femininity, the power of your femininity, and how you use it, and having ownership over your thoughts, and ownership over your body, and ownership over your culture, recognizing that we are influencers just because we exist, and we can do what we want and the world will follow. That's my story, generally.
Okay. Now, who are some of your favorite MCs?
I was prepared for my favorite entertainers, but my favorite MCs, that's a little different. Buster. Buster would fit both categories, entertainer and MC. I really like the Lost Boys. I like how they sound. Like, free guitar, his sound. I really like Lauryn Hill. I really like Missy Elliott as an entertainer and an MC. I think if I was talking about people who influenced by, and people like legends that I would want to work with, it would definitely be Pharrell. It would be Ye. It would be Kanye. I don't know how you feel about him. I love Kanye. I think he's a genius.
Y'all here pissing on Grammys right now.
Right, yeah. I was looking at his Twitter like, all right, Kanye.
But I was looking at the comments. Somebody said, he still got to get that out the toilet, right? So he pissed on it. He got to get it out, wash it off, and put it back up. He ain't throwing it away. He's going to keep it.
Right.
I would have made it like an ashtray. That's what I would have did.
You be thinking.
Yeah.
You be thinking. Because if you really didn't care, just put your ashes in it. But yeah, I think that Kanye is unique, and we got to appreciate him for what he is. Love him how he is.
All right. Then, so what else we want to talk about? You got a lot of stuff we can talk about. I want to, so far as the education, far as like teaching, what you work with, what age group you teach or you work with?
I've only ever worked in high school. This right now, this turning point in my life, I think at the end of this round of coronavirus, just talking about this round, it's kind of a catalyst for me. I'm working on a lot more things music. I knew that I wasn't going to be able to put the kind of energy I want to in the music and into being a director of alternative education in high school. So I'm currently a teacher now at a different school that's closer to where I live. I was traveling to Brooklyn every day before, but I live in the Bronx. That's a long travel if you don't know. So I'm teaching in a high school and 12th grade, and I've pretty much always taught 12th grade. I think that it's a really good place for me to marry the worlds, for me to marry the two worlds, because I really haven't previously. It's been, or at least in this last year, me being an administrator, like director of alternative education, I've kind of kept my art separate. So yeah, I worked in high school, and that's kind of the place I am right now, marrying my art and education.
So are y'all doing the virtual learning too, or?
Mm-hmm. I think everybody is. I don't know any schools in New York that have 1,000 kids. Schools in New York are big. I don't know nowhere that has 1,000 kids coming back into the building with masks, thinking that everything's going to be all right. Like the coronavirus was very real out here. It was very real. So we pretty much online. That's the way the culture is going.
All right. And then what you think about the like you was talking about the female rappers? Like I actually had a lot of. I'll tell you some of the past guests, like female guests I had on the show. I had MC Light. I had Meg Thee Stallion. I don't know if you know LaChat. We had Sugar T just on the show. Sugar T's E40's sister.
Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, I don't know that artist, the last one that you spoke about.
Sugar T?
Yeah, I don't know Sugar T. I gotta look Sugar T up.
Yeah, she from the West Coast. That's E40, right?
Nah, you giving me homework right now.
You from the East Coast. E40, like he's a West Coast legend. He kind of like Too Short.
Okay.
You know Too Short, right?
I know Too Short.
Oh, yeah, E40. E40, man, you know E40. You probably don't know.
Oh, E40. Of course I
Yeah.
know.
I'm like, no, you know E40, but
I
yeah.
was hearing Euphoria. That's what I was hearing.
Oh no, I just country, you know, I don't pronunciate all the way.
Where you
E40, Mississippi.
from? Oh, okay, Mississippi.
Yeah, but I was saying, how do you see how I was like I said, I went from MC Light to Meg Thee Stallion, but you still, even nowadays, like you can say, okay, you got City Girls and all that, but then you got Rhapsody. I just feel like the labels and the media and TV, they promote that sex, so that's always gonna sell over a girl just rapping with her clothes on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I agree. I mean, what can be done? Independence.
Did you like that song with Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion?
I did. I thought it was the writing. I thought the writing was great. I think that it was a good juxtaposition between Cardi B sound and Meg Thee Stallion sound. Like if you listen to it, I had to not watch the video. The first time I heard the song was when I saw the video.
Mm.
To appreciate the song, I had to not watch the video. And because Cardi has a voice like, if he A1, that's where it's headed. And then here come Meg, follow me. Like it's just it's a crazy dynamic. When you hear the song, it's like, oh, like Cardi is kind of like bringing you in, like you listen to what she say, and then here come Meg, and you like, yeah. So I think that I really like the song for its artistry. I think that it's a good example of how the industry wants a fast product that they know will sell to a lot of people. But that's the truth. It does sell. And if people are enjoying it, then I appreciate them having access to things that they enjoy. I think that where we kind of mess up is the range of it, because things are pushed to us. They're sold to us. And if you don't have a range of things being pushed to you, and you don't have a range of options presented to you, then we get very polarized, and people can only accept one or the other. And I would hate for people to think that Black women in entertainment only have sex to offer. Because we sexy as fuck. Like we have a lot of sex to offer because that's what we master. I think beyond anyone, we have it innately. But don't think that I don't experience a full range of skills and emotions and qualities, and that Meg doesn't experience a full range of skills, emotions, and qualities, and that Cardi doesn't either, because they do. So yeah, I think it's hard to kind of break away from what the industry wants when you're dealing with the industry. You know, we gotta get in charge of our audiences, take hold of our audiences. Because if we leave it to the industry, then I mean things will never change.
You been watching any other verses?
Yeah, I have watched some of the verses. I honestly think since it went into the studio, it's gentrified now.
Went away.
Yeah, it's gentrified. I don't know who's watching, but I feel like the original audience is kind of like pushed to the corners now, because I really liked it on live. I didn't mind the glitches. I didn't mind the technical difficulties. It was so much more raw. I liked it.
somebody mentioned that too, and I didn't notice that, but somebody said, like, if you notice, they're only playing 90 seconds of the song now, and I didn't even notice that, but they said they're doing that because of, like, something with, you know, how you can't really play the song online like that before they pick it up. Yeah. But I was like, yeah, I think it was better to me too. I didn't like it when they switched it over. And then I'm noticing, I was trying to figure something out because, you know, I'm watching the Patti LaBelle and Gladys Knight one. Mm-hmm. I comment like, I left at least like 100 comments. I ain't see none of my damn comments showing up. So I think they got some stuff where it's only the celebrities showing up in the comments. Mm-hmm. I'm like, that's bogus right there. Like, y'all doing that shit, that's bogus, because it should be whoever's watching it, whoever's commenting, everybody comments should be showing up. But they got it somewhere where it's only like, I was seeing like, it's only the same people. It was like Oprah, Michelle posted. Yeah, it's only celebrities. So I was like, how'd that happen? It wasn't like that before.
That's the issue of algorithms, that a reality is created for each individual person. No two people online can agree on one reality. So it's what you saw, that's what the artificial intelligence thought would be the best thing to keep you hooked, what you would be entertained by, because you ain't seen none of your friends that you
Right.
follow. You didn't see them posting either. They didn't think that was important. So it's kind of scary how everybody's reality is different because we spend so much time online. It's hard to combat. I think the only way to combat it is in the real world, and that is dwindling away too.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how sometimes I'll be talking about something and then all of a sudden it shows up on my social media. So I'm like, do they got the voice? Like, they gotta have the voice connected to your phone so they hear stuff. So I need
Right.
$1 billion right now. So send me that billion in the mail. I need $1 billion. Yeah.
Hey, listen now.
All right. So where you see your, I don't know, it's gonna be kind of different from you because you say you kind of just still exploring, but where do you see your career a few years from now, say 5 years from now?
With all the different directions that I feel I could fuck up, like when I say fuck up, I mean that in a great way. Like I have a lot of confidence in my skills and my ability to learn and to be great at anything that I do. So I think there's a lot of different directions that I can go. I see a career kind of like Donald Glover, like Childish Gambino. I see his career, and I like his approach to entertainment, that he has, that he's an actor, that he's a writer, that he's a director, that he's a rapper, that he's a singer, that he dances. I'm like, oh, I do all those things too. All I need is a class. Give me a class on how to create this business or how to do this specific thing. I see that, and I like that. I mean, I have a lot of prospects for music coming up. And I definitely think that music is going to be first, but moving beyond music, I see a career in entertainment in general. And I like that path. I like the freedom that path offers, that I can just access all the possibilities as they come. I'm with that.
All right. What would you like to say to your fans and supporters?
Follow me as I grow. Follow the journey. I have a music video for the song We the People coming out, and I think the video, I've done a few videos that I've directed and created, and I styled, and I've been everything for myself all at once. So the idea of it is kind of linear. But I collaborated with a lot of people on this upcoming video, We the People, and it's great. The project is great, and that's going to be dropping just in a week and a half, 2 weeks. So follow me and follow the journey, follow the movement, and watch it happen.
Why should they follow you?
Because I'm us. Like I'm one of us. I think we follow each other. I just think that I'm part of the culture, and I do a lot to make sure that who I am is authentic, that I'm not being that I'm not doing what's been sold to me to do. And it's hard to find that. It's hard to get access to that, to something and someone that is genuinely part of the culture and not bought and sold. So yeah.
What do you mean by part of the culture?
Um,
Some people, I don't know, I guess if you could be like, oh, I'm black, I'm part of the culture, but sometimes just because you black don't mean you're part of the culture.
But you are though. Like you
People don't know that though. They are, but then they don't know. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, are they really then?
Well, I'm not. We'll talk about how I interpreted that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that there are a lot of different Black experiences, and they're all equally valuable and equally Black. If you grew up around all white people in Spokane, that was your Black experience, and that was valuable. And there's somebody that identifies with that. And there's definitely a part of the culture that is isolated and only has white people to deal with and is stressed and doesn't have access to the things that a lot of other Black people have access to. That's a Black story. So I think that there's a lot of Black stories and they're all valuable. What I don't think is part of the culture is someone who presents an image that is like, this a well-known image, someone who's famous, but that image has been created by a team of marketers. That's what I'm talking about. So when I say I'm part of the culture, I mean that as big as my platform goes, I have faith in myself to continue to be grounded.
Yeah, I actually had the author of Culture Vultures on the show. What do you think about culture vultures? Do they exist? Is that a real thing?
Yeah, of course they do. What do I think about them? It's a hustle, I guess. Like and I'm from New York. I never knock anybody's hustle. But it's definitely a hustle. Just don't get hustled because people gonna do what they do. So we got to make sure that we're doing what we do and not getting consumed by the culture vultures because they want our attention.
Man, what's a good way to, I asked a lot of the guests this, what's a good way to say you had $1,000, what's a good way to invest it or flip it right now?
Flip it?
Yeah.
That's not how I think about money.
How you think about money?
I think so it might be my mindset. I come from the hood. I come from like hard times, but I think it's a poor mindset to think, I got this money, now I can buy, now I can spend. So how I think about it is like, I got this money, how can I keep it? Let me just keep it because I'm going to continue making more money.
I said invest first. I said invest, then I said flip. So I said the professional way, then I said the free way. So invest $1,000. How about that?
I think the best way is to invest in yourself, like bet on yourself. If you're doing something, if you're working, if you got a business, invest, make sure that business grows. That's pretty much the only place I spend money right now is music. I have confidence in my music and I don't really think of it as flipping the money, but when the money comes in, me investing in my artistic career definitely flipped that money. I came up, but I just feel like I'm funding my future. So if it's not funding something that you feel you're great at, that you can grow, then keep it. Keep your money. Have it. That's how I feel about money.
All right. I want to say thanks for coming through Politickin with me.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
And no doubt, you got anything else you want to leave the listeners with?
Yeah. Well, I said follow me in my journey. Regi Angelou is RegiAngelou on anywhere that you find people that you're interested in. That's how you can find me. So yeah, join the journey.
What's up, everybody? This is Po from PoPolitickin.com. I'm into wholesale real estate. I did an online course and I thought it was pretty cool, so I want to share it with y'all. The name of the course is called the Varsity Class, and it's an online course that will teach you the tools to become a real estate investor. This course will show you everything you need to know about wholesaling properties and real estate that can potentially earn you $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 or more. So you can make a lot of money in this wholesale real estate. This is a good course to get you get your foot in the door. So you can change your life today. And the link is bit.ly/Po Homes. So bit.ly/Po Homes with an S. So thank you. Check it out. I'll holla.